today's the first day I'll be out for archery antelope. There's one right here. Hold on a sec. Let's see if I can. Just chilling right there. Little doe. That's a good sign. There's not a lot of public land, so it's mostly going to be private, and then a couple blocks of state, and then a very small amount of block management. So I'm gonna try my best out here and see what I can find. I know they're out here. You got the one doe just chilling right there, which means there's got to be some more hanging around, but I can't hunt any of this yet, so pretty excited. Well, the plan right now is I'm parked a few hundred yards away from them, and they're just grazing right now. I'm going to sit here for a bit and see if they can kind of just go over this little slight hill and disappear from line of sight, and then I'll get out and I'll walk this ditch up real quick, and then maybe throw up the decoy. I don't see any other. I'm not going to sneak up on them. They're right now grazing in looks like lentils, so the stubble is only a few inches tall. So I'll grab my gear and, I don't know, give it a shot. Sure beats sitting in the truck. So he's like 200 yards out. He's standing up and all of his does are bedded. He's just looking at the decoy. So the idea is to make it look like a buck coming to take his does. I don't know if it'll work yet. It might still be too early in the season, but if he's already got his does with him, he might come in and chase me off. And if he comes in, hopefully it'll be within 60 yards. Well, closest I got was 134 yards. And he came into me. He saw the decoy, and I'd show him the decoy, and then I'd put it down. And I kept kind of teasing him, see if maybe his curiosity would get the best of him. But 134 was the closest. Felt like a lot closer than that, but he wasn't. And then he took off. I thought he was gone, so I was getting ready to stand up and go back to the truck. And then I stood up and saw him about 200 yards away, just other side of this little hill. I was just like, well, I'm just gonna put the decoy up and walk right to him. And I got 150 yards without him moving, just standing there staring at me, and then he just slowly turned away and trotted off. So I don't know. It's still too early for the decoy, but it's helping me get a little close to him, so it was fun.
Moving to daddy, you guys. He's gone to
Well, after numerous spot and stalks, I think it's time to give the old ground blind a try. My buddy had success on it 2 weeks ago, and he gave me permission. I got landowner permission to come out and hunt it, and it'll be interesting. I haven't sat in a ground blind in 5 years, and I've only really ever done it once or twice, so it'll be a different way of hunting for me for sure. But man, this early in the season, I cannot close the distance on these antelope. You can't decoy them in. I got 65 yards last night, and I couldn't even get a chance to draw my bow back. They just went from bedded down to full-on sprint in half a second, so there wasn't even a shot. So they're still showing up on the game cams here, and we'll give the ground blind a shot and see how it goes. Well, it's 8:30. So far, I've just had a few whitetail does come in, and a really nice whitetail buck in velvet. But deer season doesn't open until Saturday, so in 5 days. But I'm just gonna keep waiting, see if an antelope finally comes in or not. But it's only been 2 hours to shoot, so I'm just growing impatient. just had him come in, 2 does, a buck at 53 yards. And I'm still a little shaky. I was at full draw for a long time. And he finally went broadside. And I fired a shot, 53, 54 yards. It sounded like a hit. But I gotta I gotta review the footage and see where it hit. If I hit him, I might have missed. But gonna give it a few minutes and go look for my arrow and see if there's any blood on it. Yeah, that's a hit. That must have been through the shoulder. Well, I was doubting myself for a minute. I thought that the arrow went high right, but it buried in. It must have punctured the shoulder because I found that the arrow broke off up there, so I am gonna give him a little bit just in case. I'm gonna go grab my gear and go see if I can spot him. He should just be right up there piled up. I mean, that arrow's soaked, so I spent 7 hours. No, I'm sorry. What did I spend? 6 hours in that blind since this morning. So it's a long wait. It came in and it happened quick. So I'm pumped to go see him.